you have any advice for up and coming fighters, like anybody that's like their dream is to they really want to take their boxing to the next level? They're still in high school, they're still young, they haven't really gone professional yet. Anything that you would tell them?
Just dedicate yourself to the sport and try to learn as much as you can, from people that are doing it. So put yourself in a good situation, a good gym, a good trainer, good gym mates. You want to have positive energy around you. You got to watch out who you let near you. You want people who are
Mm.
headed in the same direction that you want to head towards. You don't want to be trying to be a professional boxer, but you're hanging out with kids in the streets. It just don't make sense because kids in the street, they don't want to do what you're doing.
Do you have any advice to comedians over 45 that got into boxing late in the game? You're like,
Keep
just
having fun with it. Keep having fun, man. Just keep learning.
yeah.
Enjoy it. It's fun.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. Yeah. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to a pocket party. Pocket party. Darren.
And we're back. Hey, everybody. It's your host, Darren Carter, the party starter on the Pocket Party podcast. We've got Adam Bluenose Lopez. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great, man. Thank you for doing this. I know you've got a busy schedule ahead. You've got the big fight in Las Vegas at the MGM on ESPN. And
the hotel.
I'm sorry?
At the Virgin Hotels.
The Virgin Hotels. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know why.
This used to be the Hard Rock, and I guess someone bought it over, remodeled it, and now it's the Virgin Hotels.
Oh, well, then I bought tickets to the wrong venue. No, that damn scalper. No, he's like, listen, man. He's like, there's a fight at the Red Roof Inn. You want to meet me there? I'm like, what? I was in the fight. Hey-oh. No, but can I just say something? I don't know if it's the press or whatever is going on. You're looking like you're looking tougher these days, man. I don't know what it is. Have other people noticed that? Like you've always been like the friendly guy but I also like the press photos and the interviews and the I don't know, seeing you at the gym and stuff. Even right now, that angle, it's like, you know what I mean? You're like,
no, I didn't know. Heard it. I don't think I've heard it. I've been a lot more focused lately.
That's what it is. Yeah, it's definitely coming across. Like,
yeah, I mean, I didn't realize how much I've been spreading myself so thin. Previous fights, I'd always be at the gym all day, like helping people, training other fighters. And I was giving so much of my time and energy away to where, I don't know, something hit me where I was like, I got to get back to how I used to do it, train, and just get back to just resting. And you really got to be selfish with your time. That's kind of what I learned off of it. You got to be very selfish with your time, your energy, and you got to just give yourself time to rest and relax and just mentally and visualize the fight and all that stuff.
That's funny. Even I see the similarities with stand-up comedy and boxing. People have mentioned this, throughout history. And I used to be like, what do you mean? But even with that, like, we have to prepare ourselves for the show that night. Like it's a lot, when you're running around doing errands, sometimes the club owner is like, we're going to go here, we're going to go there. I want you to meet these people. Then we're going to have a bar. And you're like, dude, I need to, I don't mind doing a little bit, but earlier in the day, but I need that alone time to concentrate, to figure out, otherwise you're just
get yourself zoned in.
Yeah.
Entertainer.
Yeah, I didn't. That's another thing. I remember when I first found out that boxer, like, it's called a show and all that, and I was like, really? They're called shows, and I realized it's entertainment, and and the fact that you're doing this, on my show, more people are finding out about you, like, through my channels that are just into comedy, and there's like crossover, and cool. It's amazing. It's shout out to all the Canadians out there that watch me, and you're gonna have fans in Canada, and it's cool because when people are just flicking across the channel and they see boxers or whatever, or maybe they don't know. That's what it's great now with social media. Like, I was in your last fight, I think I was in Arizona, and I just happened to see like, Adam Lopez is going live on Instagram, and this guy was interviewing you, and I let it play, and I was listening to it as I was going on my walk, and it was really cool, man. It's we're both able to take advantage of what's offered to us. You know what I mean? As far as like,
Yeah.
podcasts, YouTube, Instagram, and,
Yeah.
raising our profile.
Social media is everything nowadays.
Yeah. Speaking of which, a lot of the, like Thriller, no, Thrilla, is it? No, Trilla.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, they're really bringing a lot of eyes to boxing, and it's interesting. Like, seeing that, and it reminds me of comedy with like, we can be out here, 20 years to, with stand up, like struggling and, getting a break here and there. But then like somebody could be very popular on TikTok or something. And then boom, they're like headlining as a comedian, you have to realize like, I'm gonna look at this two ways. I'm either going to be jealous and hate them or be like, you know what, it is what it is. And I'd be happy to be on a show with them. It's like,
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
right. That never goes away. I mean, even before social media, there would be like soap opera stars that would be performing at certain clubs because, they know that if they put that soap opera star, then that, he's going to sell an extra 300 tickets,
It's business. Business at the end of the day.
And the people, have you done the weigh-in yet?
No, I got weigh-ins tomorrow at 1:00.
1:00.
So
yeah,
now we're just cutting the weight down. I got a few more pounds to go. So, I mean, it's so hot over here. I'll probably just go for a walk. I'll sweat. It's like 115 degrees. So,
wow.
I'll just throw on like the sweat cream, put a sweater on, go for a walk. I'll sweat out like 3 pounds, and then I'll wake up on weight.
Yeah, you know yourself really well. I remember last time we talked about this. I think they weighed you earlier in the week. You just had breakfast, and I go, you got to lose like whatever it was, like 6 pounds, 7 pounds. It was a lot. I thought it was a lot, and no problem. You just came right off, and
I mean, this fight camp, I was working with the nutritionist, and he had a completely different method of cutting weight, and I trusted what he got, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna follow all your instructions. But I don't know, it just didn't work out too well with me. I kind of had a lot of weight to lose today, which I'm not used to. So I was like, all right. He just had me eating, and he had me eating and drinking a lot still. So I was like, I'm not used to this, and like I was a little worried. Like last week, I was like, so I got all this weight to lose. Like, how are we gonna do it? He's like, don't worry, I got you. Just follow my instructions. But I don't know, my body's a little different maybe, and it didn't come off how he expected it to. But I'm right there. So me and my coach, we're like, all right, we got it. We've been here before. We're only a few pounds away. We can get this off just one more workout.
Yeah. It's interesting because your opponent, I remember I'd be at the boxing gym over the other one in North Hollywood, and I would see him, and so it's kind of interesting to me, like to be like, oh wow, man, these guys used to be in the same boxing gym. And
yeah, we used to have the same manager actually.
Really?
He used to be with Andy Zach and Pops. I think he's with Pops still, but we both used to be with Pops and Andy Zach. I'm no longer with them, but we used to be with the same manager.
Did you guys ever spar back then?
We sparred once, but it was only for like 2 rounds, so I can't really call it sparring. And he just came back off of a loss, and he was walking around like 160 pounds, like he was big. And I could tell he was just coming back, so I was like, all right, I'll just move around with him. I'm not gonna try and take him off because I could tell he's just coming back, and he's probably not 100%. So we just moved around for like 2-3 rounds.
Is there anybody at your current gym that is also in the same weight class that you know of?
No.
Like, do you ever look at anybody and you're like, oh, one day we might, we might be in ESPN fighting each other?
I mean, this fight, I kind of had a feeling it was going to come about.
Yeah.
But right now, there's no one really in my gym around my weight that's, yeah.
Do you have any advice for up and coming fighters? Like anybody that's like their dream is to they really want to take their boxing to the next level. They're still in high school. They're still young. They haven't really gone professional yet. Anything that you would tell them?
Just dedicate yourself to the sport and try to learn as much as you can, from people that are doing it. So put yourself in a good situation, a good gym, a good trainer, good gym mates. You want to have positive energy around you. You got to watch out who you let near you. You want people who are
Mm.
headed in the same direction that you want to head towards. You don't want to be trying to be a professional boxer, but you're hanging out with kids in the streets. It just don't make sense because kids in the street, they don't want to do what you're doing, and you got to make
Mm.
sacrifices. If you want to do this, it's going to take a lot of sacrifices, a lot of hard work. So you got to, build a solid team that you feel comfortable with, and all you guys got your eye on the same destination.
Do you have any advice to comedians over 45 that got into boxing late in the game? You're like,
Keep
just
having fun with it. Keep having fun, man. Just keep learning.
yeah.
Enjoy it. It's fun. It's a fun workout. Just keep learning.
It really is. You know what, man? Like today, I got to tell you, I went to the gym today and I told you this last time I saw you. I've been getting better at my hook. And there's something about when it makes that crack, that wait, where is it? There's a
Yeah.
certain sound. It's just like, ooh, it just I don't even know it sounds good. So I'm thinking it's right, but it's like, it just
Right, if
feels
you hear
great,
that,
man.
you hear that sound, that means you hit it right.
Yeah, it was good. But you know what though? Also, I looked into the ring and this guy was hitting pads and he was making the sound on every punch. And I was like, oh, like, and then I was like, I think that was me that did. But you know when it's like a nice smack, it's it feels great, man. It must feel
Yeah.
even better when you're in the actual ring, like, fighting somebody,
Oh, when you land a good shot, you feel it. You're like, oh yeah, that one got in there pretty nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Is there this could be boxing related or non-boxing. I got a couple fun questions. What's something that you've recently discovered or rediscovered?
Hmm. What's something I discovered or rediscovered? Like about just life or about myself or about
It could be life. It could be now. Usually, when I ask this, I'm usually asking people that are a little bit older, and they've kind of, I rediscovered the great music of the '80s, or whatever, or like seriously, like what the example I always give is I discovered there's an app for your phone that you can get free library books. It's called Libby, and so whenever I'm listening to an interview with somebody and they mention, I have a book, I'll instantly go to that app and I'm like, there's their book, and I'll download it for free or borrow it for 21 days. And so that's what I've discovered is that
oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, that's what I would
Um,
say I've discovered or rediscovered.
what have I discovered? I can't really think of anything on the top of my head right now.
We're gonna move on then. That's okay because you got to stay focused, man. I want that brain power, like focus on the fight. You're gonna be in the third round and be like, "Damn it, that's what it was." No, hey Darren, I discovered this. My favorite punch is, yeah. Oh, do you have a favorite punch?
Favorite punch.
And maybe you shouldn't give it away. I don't know. Are they probably already, people? It's out there.
I mean, I love my jab. My jab's always a great punch that I throw a lot. My left jab.
Yeah, I love that phrase. I think, buddy, even your coach has merchandise. When in doubt, stick it out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I'm Bill Clinton. I said the same thing, but it wasn't talking about boxing. No. What is there something you've recently bought or purchased that made you like it kind of made your day? You're like, oh wow, I bought this, and it makes me feel kind of. What's up, guys? How you like the show so far? Pretty good, right? Kind of weird that I'm out here in the country with the chair next to me, but anyways, if you like the show and you want to help out, go to Cameo. I do birthday shout-outs, anniversary shout-outs, or if you just want to do a donation, go to DarrenCarter.com, PayPal, or Venmo at Darren Carter Comic. Now let's get back to the show. These questions are all sort of centered around happiness. Like I know a lot of people were feeling the blues and stuff for the last year, so I kind of came up with these. Something new.
I buy that made me feel pretty good about myself. Oh, I bought a bunch of fireworks.
Oh yes.
I bought a bunch of fireworks. I spent a lot of money, and I'm ready to have a fireworks show. Like I have a bunch of fireworks. I felt like a little kid when I picked them up.
Yeah.
I was with my friend. I was like, damn, bro, I got all these fireworks. Like, we're going to have so much fun on 4th of July. And I was just like telling my friends, and yeah, I felt really good about that.
That's great. That's what I'm saying. Like, those little things like that, like fireworks, like that's something that's fun. It's like, it doesn't have to be like a new this. I have a friend, I said, what's something that you bought recently? And he was hilarious. He lives in New York in a little tiny apartment. And he goes, I got to be honest, man. The thing that I bought recently was a toilet scrubber. He's like, yeah. I go, really? And he goes, yeah, I don't know. I have, girls coming over now, and now I don't have to be, nervous. I was like, okay, dude, that's enough said, and right when he said that, I told him, he goes, what? He asked me, he goes, what's something you recently got? And I showed him, I got this cool looking back scratcher, and I started scratching my back with it. And for a second, he thought this was a toilet scrubber. He goes, dude, I go, no, this ain't like a toilet scrubber on one side and a back scratcher on the other. It's like, it's strictly a back scratcher. But, yeah. I asked a guy recently on the podcast, I said, because he's a big basketball fanatic. He's been playing since he was, a kid. And I said, when it comes to free throws, I said, let's say you get 10, you're at the free throw line, you get 10 shots. I said, how many do you think you usually make? And his answer was interesting to me. He said, right now, without even warming up, probably like 4. He goes, but if I know it's going to happen like tomorrow and I have a chance to warm up and prepare, he goes, I'll probably get like 6. He said, however, a friend that he grew up with, he goes, he'd get 10 out of 10. That's what he said. And I like that he said, it's not, can I make the shots? It's having the ability to make the shot when it counts.
That's true.
I thought that's interesting, so
yeah.
Is any in closing, I know you got to go. I'll let you go. Thanks for being on the podcast again. Do you have any words of wisdom, something that you'd like to share with us? Something that you've learned along the way?
Let's see. I think the most important thing is just to believe in yourself. Life throws a lot of curveballs at you, and you might have some big obstacles to overcome, and some people might doubt you, but if you just believe in yourself, believe that you can get through it. It might be tough, but just believe that you can make it happen and watch it happen. It will happen. So just believe in yourself and whatever you do.
Do you ever trip out, man, and be like, damn, I'm this far. I've came this far, like from walking into that, I believe you walked into the YMCA in Burbank as a young man, and now you've taken it all the way from being fun and just something you do after school to like, wow, I'm actually, do you ever step back and go like, wow?
Yeah, actually, sometimes I sit back and I reflect on where I was, like back in high school. I used to ride my bike to the bus stop to the gym, and then the gym to the bus stop, back to my bike just to get back home. And I do that every single day after school, and I would put so much time and effort into just getting to the gym and just training and just, I wasn't getting paid at the time. I was a kid, but I just put everything I could into boxing and working hard and staying focused and, getting my schoolwork done. And I just believe, all this is going to pay off one day. I just got to keep working. I'm going to just keep my head to the ground and keep focused and keep training.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that for 10 plus years now. And I look up and I'm like, damn, look where I'm at. I'm fighting on ESPN. I'm making it. I'm making things happen. I just got to keep working.
That's so true, man. I think pretty much since I've known you, you've been fighting on TV. Like I'd be on the road and I'd be in the hotel and I'm like, turn on the TV and I'm like, he's going to fight. And then oh, there he is. And it's been pretty cool, man. It's like, it's pretty cool to catch you like living your dream. And people ask me, like, hey, are you a sports fan? For me personally, I go, I'll watch something sometimes, but I'm not. I go, but boxing is different because you get to know the individual and, you get to see them. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like a team and then you're a fan of the team and then they move to a different city next. You're like, what the hell? Like how, like, so when I can, I just think that you're humble and I love that you took the time to talk with us and we'll be rooting for you on Saturday. It's exciting, guys. Follow them on social media and, yeah, man, let's see some of those favorite punches come out. Yeah.
Thanks, Darren.
All right. And I'll see you soon. Okay. Hey, have a good one. Say hi to Buddy. And, as I used to leave the gym, I remember I'd hear Coach Stan Ward, don't hurt nobody. All right. Don't hurt nobody. And then when I'd leave, be careful. So, you're the one person I think that I could tell this. Actually, go hurt somebody in a good way. No. All right, man. All right.
Thanks for having me on the show, man.
You got it. I'll see you later. Thank you.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
We're done with this interview.
That was it. There he is. Adam Lopez. That was cool. Don't hurt nobody. Wow. Thank you guys for watching the Pocket Party podcast. And you know what? Speaking of goals, I can't stress this enough. Write down your goals. Whatever your goals are, write them down. This is a simple one for me. This was 50 push-ups a day, 50 push-ups, 50 sit-ups. I said, let me do it. And I put it right there. See? That's the date that we're recording this. As you can tell, I didn't miss one day. Then again, I started writing it down June 6th, but that's only because I lost the other notepad. Coffee spilled on it. You're like, well, no, it's true. You write it down. I see it. And then first thing in the morning, I'm like, all right, that's my goal, 50-50. And then I'll go on and do other things. But the main thing is you want to just keep yourself accountable. But anyways, you guys are great. Thanks for watching. And I hope to see you soon. Give it a big thumbs up, give this video a like, and watch some of my other ones. Let them play in the background. Let's spread the word. All right. Back when I had hair, I'd say, spread the red, but the red got spread. The red got spread. Okay, guys, thank you. I'm going to go lower the AC because I'm starting to get a little damp in here, but I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much. Don't hurt nobody. Be careful.
Everybody listen to Darren Carter. We all know he's the party starter. So if you want to listen to a podcast for free, then listen to the Pocket Party.